What's up, guys? I'm just a gamer, and I'm back with my review of Resident Evil 4 Remake. And first off, I just want to say I will be delving into minor spoilers, so if you don't want to get spoiled on anything, let me just do my quick review. The game is amazing, phenomenal, fantastic. Little qualms here and there, but otherwise, I highly recommend this game. Go out, support it, buy it. It's just too freaking good. Alright, so that's my little quick review. And so now I'm just going to go a little bit more in depth with my thoughts. And like I said, minor spoilers. So yeah, let's just jump into it. First things first, the game looks absolutely gorgeous. It is just beautiful to look at. I mean, for me and my running on PS5, I had no real problems. I think I saw a little bit of pop-in here and there and like very random occurrences, but overall the game ran smoothly for me. Obviously, if you're on PC, you can just tune the hell out of this game, and it's just super beautiful to look at. So just getting out of the way, the game is just absolutely phenomenal. The gameplay improvements were also really good. It kept, like, again, the game felt similar but also different at the same time, with the gunplay and the knife and things like that. And I think they really did a good job with the knife in specifically, just because it was so powerful in the original. You could literally just kneecap enemies and then just knife them until they die, and it was like a really good way of conserving ammo and just a really good way of like keeping enemies at bay from you. I think the remake does a really good job of balancing that out by giving the knife durability and being able to break, because again, it is still very powerful in this game. I mean, the parry system, blocking attacks, you can still like swipe and stab at enemies, and again, it's still very powerful. And it can, at the same time, like when big enemies do a hit and you don't block it properly or use the knife to block, it can just drain that knife real quick. And they do a good job of balancing that with, I guess, giving you little multiple knives as well, like little disposable knives that, like, once they break, they're just gone, and you have your regular knife as well. So again, the gameplay is just really good, really solid, really fantastic. Again, there's not much I have qualms with. Like, the game is pretty much damn near perfect. The only thing, let's just say everything about the game is perfect. I only have one little qualm with it, and that is the characters of the game. To be clear, I don't believe anything is wrong with the characters of Remake. They're all still really good, really fantastic, but I don't know, there's just something so, I guess the way to put it is serious. Like, even the little one-liner jokes they try to keep in from the original game, they kind of didn't like land for me. They landed in the sense of like, aha, look, that's a line from the original, but like, it just didn't land in the sense of like, I didn't find it humorous, or it just didn't have the same impact, because again, like, the whole vibe of this game is just like very dark and broody. Like, I guess it's because of Leon's really, like, his attitude in this game is like, I guess, the biggest departure, in the fact that like he's just, again, dark and broody, and it carries over to like all the other characters as well. And the original, like, Leon had this, like, I don't know, he had this, like, this chip on his shoulder where, like, yeah, he was like in these crazy situations, but he had this like air of aloofness about him, that like he was so confident and cocky, and he knew that he could get past whatever was gonna happen. And I guess I just missed that for this version of the game. But again, I just want to say, nothing is like incredibly wrong with the characters. It's just that one little disappointment for me where, like, I don't know, it was just too broody for me. And like, honestly, some of the characters just didn't land for me. Luis was good, but there was something about him that maybe it's like the accent. I don't know what it is, but I kind of dug the original Luis a little better. I liked for sure the original Ada more than this Ada. Like in the original, Ada comes off just like a bit more, I don't know, it's like more debonair, I guess. In this one, she's just like very stone cold assassin spy lady. While in the original, she had like this aloofness to her, quirkiness, sexiness. It's just, it was, I don't know, everything about her like was way better for me in the original. Also, their first meeting in the original is way better than in the remake, in my opinion. It's nowhere near as good. While the remake keeps it, I guess, realistic with their little fist-to-cuff fight that looked very, I don't know, like their little hand exchanging of hands just felt kind of flat to me. While obviously in the original, it was way cooler and more badass. And again, it comes back to like these character interactions where like Ada, she has like this like sneakiness about her where like the glasses are on the floor and they're about to go off, and it's like she's just like playing games. And Leon as well, like he's actually a little bit more knowledgeable in the original, where he knows Ada's working with Wesker and you know, things like that. In this one, he's still like in the dark, and I don't know why they keep him, like I guess they keep him in the dark for what reason here, I don't know. It's like, why couldn't they give him a, you know, a more mature understanding of the world similar to Ada? I was a little thrown off by that. But a main point was their first meeting way better in the original, in my opinion. It was just so much cooler. And then another character I've kind of was like, I'm not too good with the direction they took with Krauser. In the original, Krauser, he was using Sadler and his people because he was really working with Ada and Wesker as well. But in this one, at least so far, maybe in the DLC for Ada in Separate Ways, which we all know is coming, maybe they'll, you know, reveal that, oh, he was using them and working with Wesker and Ada. But in this one, it came out like, if that's not the case, it's just the fact that like he's actually a believer of their cult and all this nonsense. It's just like that felt so weird to me, forced to me. I don't know. It's just like, especially if you've played was it Umbrella Chronicles or Dark Side Chronicles that actually had you play Operation Javier? I can't remember. But like, yeah, just it was really weird to me that they, if that is the direction they're going with that character, it's just a weird direction in my opinion. I mean, more than likely, I want to say that maybe in Ada's DLC they'll show that again he was working with Ada and Wesker. But if that's not the case, then it's just such a weird turn for that character in my opinion. I just didn't. I wasn't a fan of that shift in his character. And then also, as fun and cool as it is to like do the knife fight yourself, man, that button prompt knife fight in the original, super badass. And I kind of wish they had integrated some of those moments from that cinematic fight into your actual fight. You know, like maybe certain stage transitions or like, you know, things happen where like that, like it'll play out like the cinematic. Because I gotta say, one of the most badass moves in the original that Leon does is when both him and Krauser are falling, and he does the back flip, Krauser does the front flip, and it shows them both like, yo, these are skilled dudes. So like, I was a little bummed that they didn't have a little bit more of that original in the new knife fight, but the knife fight itself is really cool. And then also, again, as all characters, with Salazar, I don't know. I feel like he wasn't as fun in the remake. He was just a creepy little dude, and that was it. In the original, he's like this little dude with a god, you know, because he's like a god complex, and like he's whiny, and like Leon gets on his nerves and stuff like that. And it's just the fact, like, I don't know, like he seemed so much more fun, like as a character to like, you know, watch and hear and listen. While in this one, he was just a very generic, evil guy, and he's just like very creepy, and that was basically it. He's just creepy little guy, and I don't know. I think they could have done a little bit more with him, but yeah, again, those are just little small qualms that I have with the game. Overall, the game is absolutely phenomenal, amazing. So much was kept the same and changed at the same time, so that feeling of familiarity but also with the new stuff, it just felt fantastic. I think they did a better job with the island, and obviously and honestly the whole flow of the game I think went a bit more smoothly, because in the original there were certain moments that was like took you out of it, like the pacing was a bit off, and that was, I think they did a perfect job of smoothing that out in the remake. So again, overall, this game was absolutely amazing. Highly recommend it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. These are just my thoughts. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Did you like these characters better? I'm hearing people say they like these versions of the characters better, and I just don't agree. I like the original characters better, and their interactions with each other better. But again, those are just my thoughts, my opinions. So please let me know your thoughts, comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. But yeah, please follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, take care and have a good game.